incredible list here. I mean, I mentioned earlier, and you've seen it with your coverage with the NHL, there's so much incredible talent. The game is changing and evolving. But when you're looking at this list, Sidney Crosby, Auston Matthews, Leon Draisaitl, I mean, are there names that jump off to you that you're like, yeah, I could see them skating up close to Ovi or kind of getting the tap to pass the torch?
Yeah, I mean, just like I said with Ovi, everything's possible. Not to say that this isn't like a huge accomplishment. It is, and it wasn't easy to get to, and to be as elite as he is at his age. And like, by the way, side note, at his age and like his physique, like he doesn't give an F. Like his belly's huge in the summers. He's not like, there's no six pack there. He's like a tank. He eats whatever the hell he wants. He drinks what he wants. So like, that's the beauty of it. It's just hilarious. It's not like, I know Chara really took care of his body. I know a lot of these guys are doing like green juices and stuff. Like Ovi doesn't care. And that's what's hilarious about it. But yeah, he could do it. And it was very hard to do. And yeah, we're looking at some of the guys that might be able to do it. I mean, Sidney Crosby's the closest in terms of projected years, but look how many years away that is. And Sid's also getting up there in age. I think he's 37. So I don't see that happening. 34, 35 is what, 10? Yeah, it's 10 years from now. I don't know how old Auston Matthews is. 27, 8? Like, possible.
27.
It's possible. 27. Okay, that's what I thought. So, like, it's possible, but like anything is, but it's not something that I'm like, looking at now, try me again in 5 years. And then let's look at Pasta, 37, 38. And David Pastrnak's, I think 27, also 27, 28. So in like 10 years, again, I love Pasta and I love watching him and how creative he is, but we've seen how hard it is to do. It would be crazy if we're having another countdown like this. For now, I'm going to let Ovi relish in this for the next, 5, 6, 7, 8 years to come for sure.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I mean, it's something that you want to see, but it depends on, I wonder where these guys' mindsets are in terms of like how much longer that they want to play. I know that like in the bullpen area here at Nesson, the guys were kind of having a conversation about it and they're like, it has to be Auston Matthews. It has to be Auston Matthews. Well, considering the scoring rate and acceleration that he just tends to be so sharp on, like, that's where I could see that going, but I would want that for him in his career also, considering like where the Toronto Maple Leafs have had to build and regrow and do everything for their organization and hockey club. But it seems weird to talk about Connor McDavid and everything that he means to the sport and him potentially not being like in that category. So I wonder if that's just like a scapegoat or if that's too easy of an answer to say Connor McDavid has to be that guy, right? He has years in him. Yeah. He's young enough. Like it would make sense. It would add to the poetry.
Our producer is just saying that Matthews has more goals through 600 and something games than Ovi did at the same pace. So like there's that. Depends who you're playing with. Depends on like your line mates, teammates, all that. Could it be McDavid? Yeah, I mean like it's too early to have that conversation, and maybe what we're seeing is, I mean, there are so many elite scorers in Gretzky's era too. I'm just like thinking about the elite scorers, but we're seeing like the game get faster. All the guys will talk about the talent, the paying attention to your body and your nutrition, right? So, joking about Ovi's diet and stuff, but like kids as young as 14, which, side note, I just think it's way too stressful for them. And it's crazy how competitive you have to be, like just what these kids are going through to have a chance, like summer hockey, off-season training, obviously winter hockey. You're playing on like 5 teams, driving around, the competition is just like, it's crazy. Nutrition, dietitian, all this kind of stuff. But that being said, sticks are different. Like equipment's different, lighter. The checking game's different. The rules around goalie interference is different. There's just so much. So we're seeing a faster game and like more skill, I guess, so to speak, or like finesse, that anything could happen in 10 years. Like it's wild. But like I said, the guys currently playing in the NHL, like, yeah, it's not impossible. I want Ovi to have this moment for a long time.
That's so true. We
which he
can't take
will,
away from
which
the
he
Ovi
will.
moment. He will. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about, 10 years time potentially for any of the names on that incredible list. But such a great point to talk about, like the change of everything, not only the pace of game, the equipment and everything else. But we can stick with Ovi for a second, because something else that he's remarkably climbing up in the charts on is breaking a record when it comes to hits. Don't have the specifics on it, but just talking about the tank that he is, to be able to be such an elite scorer, and then on top of that, you're such a physical king on the ice, on like all encompassing, like talking about the fact that he has every key element to hockey, a part of his game. I think that that's something else that makes him so fun to watch and probably inspires the heck out of that locker room, because I couldn't imagine being Ryan Leonard right now. Like 1 week's time, he's been a part of such key moments when it comes to Ovi. And George said something really special on chat the other day, how unselfish Ovi made every moment, not only for that kid, but for like every teammate in that Washington Capitals locker room. So like what he means to the sport in terms of like how much he loves it, but also just how like unselfish he is, even though this is his moment.
Yeah, no, and that's what you've always kind of like liked about him. Like he's a flashy player. I mean, I still love his laces. I love his bright neon laces, and the way he tucks in his jersey in the back and all that stuff. His chains. Oh, my side note, I think it was on ESPN, it was on all socials, but like the sound up from his goal, all I could hear is his chains dangling. Like he's like, you pass it to me, one touch it to me, and I'm gonna shoot, or whatever it is. And then he like he's skating, gets into position, and then when he slides, all I hear is his chains. Like he's so flashy, so funny, so charismatic. And often guys that take that much attention in other sports are like kind of, or at least they seem like egotistical, egotistical, make it about me. He follows the rules, but he's just so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a rebel. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but just like, I guess I'm just gonna use flashy until I can think of it. But it's still like you said, with like such respect and like selflessness. It's not, let's put it this way, it's not him trying to be flashy or trying to be a superstar. He just is, he just like is. And so he's just going to be what he is with this. It seems like he has like this huge heart, really, really unfortunate. His father passed away, which is very devastating for him, but like really loved his parents, loves his mom and dad, of course, rest in peace, his dad, but like a family guy, talks about his wife all the time, his mother-in-law, father-in-law, his kids, just like this charismatic, warm, flashy kind of like big teddy bear. And that you don't associate those kind of guys with being about others. But that's what's so cool about him, is he really is about the team and about other people. And the attention finds him. He doesn't go looking for it. Does that make sense?
100% makes sense. I mean, it goes hand in hand with what you said. He just is, which obviously the attention is going to go straight to anything that just kind of has this presence. He has the presence. That's what it is. And every aspect of this was so emotional. His mom's speech. I love that the NHL did so well with pre-recording things and just having so many key moments when they stopped the game. That was a whole nother debate that took place, though. What did you think of them stopping the game to kind of like freeze that moment, encapsulate that moment, and have all the honoraries, all the presentations take place, and then resume the game?
Yeah, at first I was like, ooh, if I'm the Islanders, I'm not happy, because like you're fighting for your playoff lives. Like if they had let's say that was a turning point and then Washington blew up and scored six goals, it'd be a different conversation. But they won, like the Islanders won, and pretty handedly or whatever. So it's like more of a non-conversation now, but it's hard. It's hard to like stop in the middle of like, that's crazy. Like I've never seen that. Like it's hard to stop in the middle of a game. So good for the Islanders for just going with it and doing that. I think the moment deserved that.